First of all, before we begin, I am taking the simple cleansing wipes and cleaning her face so we can remove the remaining dirt. After that, I will be using Minisu's Black Pearl Gel Eye Mask and put it under her eyes and wait for about 20 to 30 minutes. While waiting, I'm going to take the Minisu's Charcoal Cotton Pad and my Nivea Mattifying Toner, soaking the cotton pad and putting it on her forehead, on her cheeks, and chin. The product will soak into her skin. After 20 to 30 minutes, I'm taking off the gel mask and the cotton pad. Now, I'm going to take another toner, and this time it's more of a gel type. I'm using the Minisu's Hydrating Lavender Toner. After the toner, we are going to moisturize her face with my Cetaphil lotion for the face and body. And for the foundation, I'll be using the Maybelline New York's Fit Me foundation in the shade Warm Nude. This is the closest to her skin tone. If you see clearly, it's a little too light for her, but don't worry because it will oxidize. Then for the concealer, I'm using the Mary Kay Perfecting Concealer. Yes, I am putting the concealer on top of the foundation. We have our own techniques and preferences. For me, putting the concealer on top of the foundation really hides her dark circle. After putting the concealer on top of the foundation, we're going back to the Fit Me foundation and taking a few drops to cover up the concealer that we put earlier. Now, it is time for eyebrows. As you can see, my subject's eyebrows are perfectly full and arched. I don't want to darken her brows, so I'll be taking my Jassy eyebrow gel and filling up the tail of her brows, sharpening to have a more decent look. I'm also taking a spoolie to blend the product and soften the brows. Tada! I'm using my Johnson's Baby Powder to bake. This is a cool hack and you don't need to buy a $50 baking powder. It's similar to NARS setting powder and it's affordable. Not to mention, it really brightens up your under eye. After putting the powder under her eyes, I'm going to contour and bronze up her cheeks and forehead. So I'll be taking again the powder and bake under her contour to give an illusion of a more sharper cheekbones, and of course under her eyelids because we will now be starting with the eyes. For the eyeshadow, I am going to take my It'sIKA eyeshadow palette. I'm going to use the more pinkish nude color for her crease, and the brush I will be using is from Glam. Bro, affordable and good quality. Just blending softly and not rough because it will only give a harsh look, and that's not cute, girl. And now I'm going to use my Maybelline Color Show, and it's a blush. But you know, makeup don't have any rules and I can be creative as much as I want. So I'll be using that to deepen the color and give more life to her eyes. And I'm going to use again the It'sIKA palette and taking the brown shade, only focusing on the outer corner of her eyes, gently extending it to her upper crease. The key to have a soft and beautiful eye look is the blending technique. You want to feather it out and blend the eyeshadow in swiping motion, barely touching the crease. It will give a more settled look. Now for the shimmer, I have this Rimmel HD Glam Eyes and it's super gorgeous. I use this sometimes as a highlighter. I'll be taking the more pinkish peach tone and applying it with my Zoeva flat brush, applying it on the inner half of her eyes. And And now for eyeliner, I'm going to be as creative for the eyeliner. I'll be using my ColourPop Ultra Matte, and I forgot the color. I'll be using that as an eyeliner. Ta-da! We're going to remove the bake with my fluffy fan brush. I got this from Watson's for only 170 pesos. So moving on, I'm taking my flat brush from a set I got from Colorette and taking the blush again, swiping it under her lash line. Of course, the anong palette, the brown color. I have this Rimmel Glam HD eyes again and taking the flat brush I used for the shimmer. I'm going to highlight her inner corner with the same shade I used earlier. And I'm letting her curl her eyelashes. I'm using the Maybelline Hyper Volume Express and it's waterproof. I'm doing a zigzag motion since I don't have falsies for her. And I'm just contouring her nose. And I'm taking the same palette, the Rimmel, and with my Wet n Wild brush, I'm going to highlight the bridge, the tip of her nose, as well as her cheekbones. Oops! Don't forget the Cupid's bow. Now for her lips, I have my Ever Belena Toast of New York and my Color Whisper in the shade Mocha Muse. And that's it. This is the finished look.